Hi friends, my name is Rohan Vasudev. In this session, we're going to talk about UI input field in Unity. Basically, it turns a simple label into an interactive input field element where you can take inputs from the user. So it is generally used to take an user input in Unity. Generally, it is used for logins, registrations, or get any kind of layer data. A text component or a text game object is created when you create an input field component as a child object. Now there are some properties for input field element. What are these properties? Interactable property specifies the input field can take any user inputs or not. Then we have transition property. Transition property is used to determine how an input field would react in normal, pressed, highlighted, selected, or disabled states. Okay. Again, we have text component property. Text component property basically refers to the text component. Here it is a reference to the text component, which is the text game object, which is created as a child object for the input field component. Then we have text. Text is the initial text in the input field before taking the user input basically. Okay. Then we have character limit. Character limit specifies the maximum number of characters an input field can take. Then we have some more properties for UI input field in Unity. Content type. Content type property specifies the type of characters an input field can take. Example, it could be a standard character, it could be an email address, it could be a password, it could be an integer number, or it could be a decimal number. Then we have line type. Line type specifies format of the text in the input field. This format can be further classified into three types. Single line, the text is allowed to be in a single line here. Okay. Then we have multi-line submit. The text can use multiple lines only when it is required. It simply means that the new line is automatically added by the input field here. Okay. So multi-line new line is again the text which can use multiple lines. A new line can be added by the user by pressing the return key here. Then we have a placeholder property. Placeholder is a character or a string that takes the place of the final text or a data as a hint or a caption. So basically it is a hint for your final text or a data. Then we have caret blink rate. Caret blink rate defines the blink rate for the mark placed in the input field, indicating the text insertion place. Then we have selection color. Selection color is the background color for the selected text in the input field. So whatever text you select in the input field, selection color will specify the background color for that particular text. Then lastly, we have some functions for the input field in Unity. First is your onValueChange function. OnValueChanged function is an Unity event called when the text in the input field changes. So basically when you type something inside the input field, onValueChanged function is called or invoked in Unity. Then lastly, we have onEndEdit function. OnEndEdit function is an Unity event called when the user submits the text inside the input field by submitting. Okay, it is even called when the focus is removed from the input field. Okay, so that's it guys. Thank you for the session. In the next session, we'll be seeing an example for input field in Unity. Thank you so much guys.